A very good evening, friends, and you are once again most welcome to listen to me patiently. Right at the onset, one thing that I want to say to all of you is my little effort and humble effort to record my observations on YouTube is absolutely not meant for finding more and more subscribers. And as well as I don't have any financial interest also. So no finances, no subscribers. Because I very well know the things which I am talking about the pure consciousness, the receptivity of this concept is very, very rare. Very few people have understood or experienced what I say, but I essentially have to expose it because it is this knowledge, this realization that has the potential ultimately to bring the whole humanity on one platform. Swami Vivekananda also tried to do it, and at that time he thought of taking a word from Hinduism, Om, because this word is somehow existing in different shapes and forms in almost all the religions. So his way of approach was to formulate a universal religion. Now you see Baha'is, the Lotus Temple in Delhi. There they pray through all the religions in the way of all the religions. So the quest for unification is one of the fundamental quest of humans. Yes, they try to unify. There are grounds also available. There are reasons also available. One basic contention between many religions, like Hinduism believes in rebirth. Lamas also believe in rebirth. To the best of my knowledge, Buddhists also believe in rebirth. Then there is a section of people who doesn't believe in rebirth. Okay, so I am not going to create any kind of contention between the viewpoints of two different segments of the society. But I was once watching a program on TV related to PLRT, past life regression therapy. Why I am mentioning this is probably the past life regression therapy, which many people really can do in India, you will be able to witness and experience your earlier lives, and then you will maybe probably convinced also, because that experiment is to be conducted in front of everybody without any other kind of intrusion or without any other kind of mishandling or some ulterior motive. And then you will find that your mind is capable of traveling back to those stages which you have lived earlier. So PLRT was one point which I wanted to bring to you. As far as the religion is concerned, the very word religion is defective in a sense that it never makes people understand what it actually means. And the greatest confusion about the few of things that is persisting in entire humanity, one of that is religion. So Marxists and communists totally denied God. In China also totally denied God. And then in India there are persons who have seen the God. So what is truth? And you have to find out. I really cannot say what is truth and what is wrong. I'm not saying anybody is wrong or anybody is right. You investigate for yourself. So the past birth and regression of time in the past can be achieved, can be experienced even by those persons who are non-believers. Now, when you travel back on the time scale to your past, This can also be achieved by one of the most famous experiment and one of the most famous theory that I always call him Lord Einstein. I really don't want to fall short of that fellow in any respect in order to express my most humble gratitude to the one of the greatest genius that world has ever seen. It is Albert Einstein. At the same time, you will find a very highly acknowledged book written by Stephen Hawking, one of the best sellers, and that is Brief History of Time. So when Stephen Hawking was discussing the brief history of time, he essentially has to mention one equation from which was discovered by Albert Einstein, and that was E is equal to mc square. And this is sheer creativity, absolutely sheer creativity. But the relativity that was discovered by Albert Einstein, probably in 1905, clearly shows that if you are traveling at a rate faster than that of light, then you can go to your past. And that is what PLRT also does. Then what Muslim brethren and other religions who don't believe in rebirth, what kind of objection do you have? Because mathematically it has been proven that anything, if it is traveling faster than the speed of light, then it can travel back to the past. So in science also there is a method to travel back to the past. In PLRT there is a method to travel back into the past. In meditations also there is a way to travel back into the past. So if somebody is doubting there is no past life, there is no future life, they should at least recognize the work of Albert Einstein, which clearly says if you are traveling at a speed which is more than that of the speed of light, nearly 3 lakh kilometers per second, you can travel back to your past. And that is what Hindu religion says. In past your body was different, but you were the Atma only. So I really don't think there is any need of any future contention in this regard. Now in my last lecture I said in the domain of, first let me clear a few things. E is equal to the brief history of time that was written by Stephen Hawking was written by taking into account the relativistic world, because in the relativistic world only the time exists. But if you go deep down into the meditation up to enlightenment, then you will find that time is only psychological, there is no time. Time is psychological. When you sleep, you don't know how much time has elapsed. Only when you wake up, then you know, okay, I haven't slept for 7 hours, 6 hours, whatever. So there is a state of mind which overpowers the time also, and there is no time. If you have reached those stages of meditation, then you will find there is no time, because whatever time you feel is psychological. In this respect, you can also read the book Future of Humanity by J. Krishnamurti, wherein he is in conversation with David Bohm, who was a physicist in University of London. So before coming to a point, if you start considering these things, one more example which I want to give is about Dadu Deen Dayal. Dadu Deen Dayal was one of the greatest saints that this country has ever produced. And he was co-timer with Akbar. Akbar used to go to Dadu Deen Dayal. So once when the king, the emperor, reached to Dadu Deen Dayal, he asked a question. How the world has been created by God. Then Dadu Deen Dayal frowned for a few seconds, and then he said, the God is not human, so don't consider that he is doing the job. He has created the job exactly in the way the buildings are made, exactly in the way the roads are made. He is supreme conscious, and he can give rise to many experiences which are partially conscious. Your road, your home, your body, your eyes, your girlfriend, they are all semi-conscious. They all have emanated from the God or Supreme Conscious. Nanak also says, Ek noor se hi sab upje, kaun bhale kaun mande. So everybody is actually taking shape and taking existence from the one which Nanak calls Noor. That is the Supreme Consciousness. Our bodies are having existence only because of Supreme Consciousness. So when we all have one soul, then who is bigger and who is smaller? So you can understand this in this way. We all are emanating from one single source. Then where is the scope of division between us? There is no scope of division. Why division occurs is that you simply harm the interest of other persons. Let them do, and then you can also live happily. Nobody wants that any segment of the society should be all washed away, because time and time again this has happened on earth, and as many as living species are there, thousands of times much more than have gone into extinction. And this now it seems to me that it is the time of human beings to go into extinction if they really want to continue the way they are continuing. Think over it, then I will discuss a few other things. Yes, God is about time and space. Yes, God is about mass, matter and energy. And no E is equal to mc square applies on it. I'm sorry. Now I would request Mr. Prashant to come and take the charge. He is my beloved. He always helps me. A wonderful person. I feel very happy to be with him. Thank you.